Welcome back. So President Biden just made a huge announcement, a groundbreaking announcement about student loan debt forgiveness. And this will impact more than 40 million Americans. So if this applies to you, be sure to pay close attention, because this issue of student loan debt cancellation has created so much mixed reactions, mixed opinions, and as well as misinformation. So the goal of this video is to bring you objective information that will help you understand the full details of the Biden student loan forgiveness plan. This is not a video to bash the student loan plan that President Joe Biden has just announced. This is not a video to criticize it. This is not a video to share my opinions or my facts. Maybe I can do that on some other video, right? But the goal of this video is to bring people critical information, bring the people useful, helpful information when it comes to student loan forgiveness and your finances, because this will impact your bank account. This will impact your pocketbook. So you got to pay close attention and watch till the very end of this video. If your goal is to do the bashing or talk about who is for or why you are against it, be sure to do that in the comment section below. And while you're at it, give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe to make sure you get the latest helpful information for your financial wellness and success. So before we dive into the details, let's just quickly talk about the key highlights here, right? So this is a student loan debt forgiveness of up to $20,000, depending on which side of the fence you are on. And the determining factor here is the Pell Grants, right? So those who received Pell Grants, those who went to college on Pell Grants, will get up to $20,000 forgiven in student loan debt. And we're going to talk about why in a second. And if you did not go to college with Pell Grants, you're going to have up to $10,000 forgiven with when it comes to your student loan debt, right? And this forgiveness is income based. There's an income threshold to which some people will not qualify. The goal here, according to the announcement from President Joe Biden from the White House, is to keep this targeted to the lower income and middle class families. So we're going to talk about the details pretty quickly. But before we get in there, I really want to make a big point out something huge too. Remember, the student loan payment pause was up until the end of this month, August 31st of 2022. However, this move from President Joe Biden is extending the student loan pause to December 31st of 2022. So you do not have to pay, if you don't want to, you don't have to pay up until January 1st of 2023. And according to President Biden, this is the final extension of the student loan pause. So I guess that's good news for a lot of people, right? Especially those who are struggling financially during this period of, high inflation, whatever. So again, this is a key information that I did not want to miss out on. So now when we talk about the payment being income based, we're going to talk about the details. But before we do that, let's talk about why this Pell Grant, those who went to college on Pell Grant are receiving $20,000. So according to this report from the White House, this is a chart that shows you the relationship between Pell Grants and the cost of college tuition. So the line you see in yellow is basically saying, look, for the past 40 years since 1980, right, Pell Grants have remained relatively flat. So it hasn't kept up with the cost of college or the cost of college attendance, right? The cost of college tuition. And as you can see, the line in red basically shows you that college tuition has always been steadily going up to the right. It's always been on the increase, while Pell Grants has remained relatively flat. So this means that people who went to college on Pell Grants are likely or will receive, not likely, they will receive up to $20,000 in cancellation. And there's another factor here that's driving this, right? So according to this pie chart from the White House, nearly all Pell Grant recipients come from families with incomes of $60,000 or less. So like I said, the goal, according to President Joe Biden, is to keep this targeted to the low and middle class income, the middle income families in America. And as you can see, 66% of recipients of the Pell Grants are coming from families that make $30,000 or less in annual income. And you have another 28% that make between $30,000 and $6,000. So again, if you went to college on Pell Grants, you will be seeing $20,000 in student loan forgiveness. Now, here's another shocking fact, or another interesting fact, right? This student loan plan from President Joe Biden is supposed to wipe off entirely the entire student loan debt for over or roughly 20 million Americans. So roughly 20 million people are supposed to benefit from having their student loan debt wiped off entirely. But overall, combined, beneficiaries, right? Combined, we have about 43 million people, roughly 43 million people are going to be impacted positively. That means you're going to benefit from this student loan forgiveness plan from President Joe Biden. Now, there are some other key factors here, again, who qualifies, who's eligible for this. So when it comes to this cancellation, according to this report from the White House, nearly 90% of debt cancellation benefits will go to borrowers who are earning less than $75,000. The income threshold is $125,000 for single filers or for single income earners. So if you file your taxes as single or a single household, you're going to see the cutoff point at $125,000 per year in income. Now, if you are a married couple, that cutoff threshold, is $250,000. So just double the number. But you're seeing a whopping 87% when it comes to those who are going to benefit from this. People making below $75,000 are going to benefit the most, according to the analysis that we're seeing here. Now, if you make over $125,000 and you are single, you are not going to benefit from this plan. But if you make over $250K and you are married, you're also not going to benefit from this plan. So just to keep that clear, I hope that makes a lot of sense. If not, let us know in the comment section below. And I'm going to leave the link to this report, this announcement, this fact sheet that the White House released today. I'm going to leave the link to this in the description section below for your reference. So the other key thing that you have to understand here too is, this is going to put so much money, so much money is relative, right? But it's going to put some money back in the pockets of many Americans, right? I'm not going to say so much money, but it's going to put some money in the pockets of many Americans. So according to the White House, for instance, if you are a single construction worker and you earn around $38,000 a year. So if you earn around $38,000 a year and you are single, you're going to see nearly $1,400 in annual savings. And the key thing to understand here, this is another key point, right? If you have undergraduate loans, the payment plan or the student loan plan that President Joe Biden just announced has proposed capping your repayment at 5% of your monthly income. Currently, that's around 10%. So this is being slashed in half. So you're going to see 5% of your discretionary income go towards your student loan payment. And also another key change or another key thing to note here is that the forgiveness of the loan balances will happen after 10 years of continuous payment, right? So if you continuously pay your loans for 10 straight years, you're going to see that forgiveness of loan balances instead of the current 20-year plan that most people are getting right now. So that's something to note, and this is just to address the income-driven repayment, and this is something that most people have been concerned about. So hopefully this brings some clarity to you, right? And another key thing to note as well is so this is going to raise the amount of income that is considered non-discretionary income and therefore protected from repayment. So there's a part of your income that's supposed to be protected from repayment. And according to this plan, it's supposed to basically get that income, raise that threshold. So basically protect you some more. So a good amount of your income is not going towards paying your student loan. And according to this report, no borrower earning under 225% of the federal poverty level will basically be paying any money. So you will not have to make any monthly payments if you're earning under 225% of the federal poverty level, which is basically $15 per hour minimum wage. So again, there's some key things here. Like I said, this is going to be a long video if we go through every single thing. But the key things you have to understand is there's going to be savings financially that you will see when it comes to your overall, student loan payment, your monthly payment. You're going to see a lower monthly payment. And also, if you are, earning around $44,000 and you have an undergraduate degree, this only applies to undergraduate degree, and you are a public school teacher, for instance, and you are single, you're going to see nearly $1,700 in annual savings. So that money could go towards paying bills or paying down your credit card or even helping people purchase properties, right? Right now, student loan debt has been something that, has hung over the necks of many millennials, trying to purchase their first time, their first homes, or maybe trying to invest in a small business or just saving for retirement. So this is something that's supposed to go towards, hopefully, depending on how you budget your money, but this is supposed to go towards those savings. So again, this information is really, really critical for you to understand what is in it and what is not in it. Now, quickly, the other key factors or the other key parts of this student loan plan from President Joe Biden include protecting future students and taxpayers by reducing the cost of college and holding colleges accountable when they hike up college tuition. So this is one of the big things that President Joe Biden has championed. And, he's been talking about student loan forgiveness as one of his main campaign points when he campaigned. And, this is really happening right now. And this is some big stuff for a lot of people. Like I said, millions of people are going to benefit from this. Now, lastly, the key point that you need to understand too, another key point here is that President Joe Biden is hoping for this to be a mechanism to overhaul the student loan system. So he's trying to make the student loan system more manageable for current and future loan borrowers. So this is something you got to pay close attention to. This will impact the PSLF, the Public Service Loan Forgiveness. We can talk about that on another video. For those of you who have questions, let us know in the comment section below. Again, if this has been helpful, if you've gained some insight from this, I'm not trying to make this too long, but if you've gained some insight from this, please share this video with other people. Give this video a thumbs up to help other people find this information quicker. Thank you for watching. Stay safe and see you in the next one.